Tune in every Monday morning at 10 for Get in the Know with host Marley B, providing the city of Highland Park news, information, and entertainment. Find out what's happening in Highland Park from the city's movers and shakers. Get in the Know with Marley B. Monday mornings at 10, right here on WHPR.
As a single mother, my first job is care about Derek. Everything that I do it from him. When I moved to Philadelphia and this apartment, after 6 months, we need to connect with the world. I use internet to keep him in a language because that's the way to get connected with my family tradition. He has to know where he comes from. We need internet essential. There's no excuses to not get connected.
And good morning and welcome to your very own TV show, Get in the Know. I'm your host, Marley Blackman, Marley V, that's me. I'm also your press secretary for the city of Highland Park, giving you the information you need to know, want to know, and deserve to know. Today we have a great show as always. After coming off of our wonderful Thanksgiving holiday, I hope you guys had enough turkey in your bellies, enough food in your fridge, and I hope everyone received a turkey from Mayor Hubert Yap, who did his annual turkey giveaway celebration just before Thanksgiving, and we do it every year, and we give away 500 turkeys. Can you believe that? So I hope that you got yours, and if not, then we'll see you next year. So today we are very excited because it is that time for giving and sharing and loving and caring and all of those wonderful things, and we are getting geared up for our annual tree lighting ceremony. So it's the Highland Park annual tree lighting ceremony, and it's getting bigger and bigger every year. We are partnering with HPBA, the Highland Park Business Association, as well as Art Ops, and they're going to do a First Friday for our tree lighting ceremony. So we're very, very excited. So we have the people that is going to help us put all of these wonderful things together. They're in the building this morning. We're going to be talking to them. They're going to tell you about all of the excitement and all of the things that you guys have to look forward to. So stay tuned and stay locked in, and we'll be right back.
Tune in every Monday morning at 10 for Get in the Know with host Marley B, providing the city of Highland Park news, information, and entertainment. Find out what's happening in Highland Park from the city's movers and shakers. Get in the Know with Marley B. Monday mornings at 10, right here on WHPR.
As a single mother, my first job is care about Derek. Everything that I do it from him. When I moved to Philadelphia and this apartment, after 6 months, we need to connect with the world. I use internet to keep him in a language because that's the way to get connected with my family tradition. He has to know where he comes from. We need internet essential. There's no excuses to not get connected.
And welcome back to your very own TV show, Get in the Know. I am your host, Marley Blackman, Marley V, that's me. I'm also your press secretary for the city of Highland Park. So today we are talking about our annual tree lighting. It's getting bigger and better every year, and we're so excited to have Art Ops in the building. We have Janelle Robinson and Cameron Jenkins in here just to kind of talk about what's going on with Art Ops and how you guys are going to help bring our tree lighting to just make it successful and make it just hype and more bigger and better than last year, right?
Yeah, for sure.
How are you? Good morning.
Good morning.
Good.
Thank you so much for having us.
Absolutely. Good morning. How are you? Thanks for waking up so early and coming on to the show. So tell me, First Fridays is growing.
Yes.
Right? Growing. And you guys do this. You work with HPBA, our Highland Park Business Association, to do First Fridays. Let's back up and tell people about First Fridays before we get into the tree lighting ceremony.
Okay. Well, First Fridays came about as a group effort between Art Ops and Highland Park Business Association. We created a Highland Park Arts and Cultural Council.
Okay.
So it's about 10 members from the community that come together. And the purpose was so that the work that ArtOps has been doing for the past 2 years, now we're putting it in the hands of the people that live in Highland Park so they can curate their own arts events.
Wow.
So First Fridays is just the first of 4 initiatives.
Okay.
But we started in June, and it has grown exponentially, so we're very excited about
All
it.
right. So when you say that it's grown, how many people has it grown to? You started out with maybe a few folks coming in,
About
saying,
30.
poking in, like, what is this? Let's see what's going on. And then it just grew into something to how many people?
Well, the last one was close to 100 people.
wow.
We had it at Ohana Gardens. But we have been really fortunate and blessed to have a lot of people that want to support Highland
Yeah.
Park, a lot of artists that want to support, as well as a lot of businesses
Yeah.
that want to support. So we had to change our model. The initial model was to go from different places. That's a traditional model for First Fridays, but everything can be adapted to the community
Yeah.
that we serve. And so now we've focused on just one community at a time. So we're excited to partner for this last First Fridays for the 2019 season with the city.
That is great. So what is your, Cameron, what is your Mr. Jenkins? What's your real role in all of this? You're just sitting over here being all cool and everything. What's going on with you?
So when I first started, I started like as the community engagement intern for ArtOps.
Okay.
And when Janelle told me about First Fridays and everything, I realized like, okay, this is going to be a lot of work.
Yeah.
So I realized, coming from an art background, I had to kind of apply my like artistic eye to the entire First Fridays. So I first started off with designing the flyers, doing little here and there type things for the event. And, the more and more I got invested into it, I realized, the amazing, like really kind people we were meeting along the way.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like that kind of drove me to want to go harder within the whole idea of First Friday. So with each one, I would design a new flyer and try and like top the next one because each event was growing and growing and getting better and better each one. So it's like I kind of felt like
Wow.
the flyer and like everything from the promotion, our social media, like our Facebook page,
Yeah.
promotion,
Yeah.
had to just keep growing and get more. Just bigger as the event
Bigger,
got
bigger, and bigger
Yeah.
and better, right?
Yeah.
So I'm so honored. So these guys met with me last week, and it just kind of like shocked me with everything because
Yeah.
it's like, oh, we're going to do First Fridays, but I had no idea what
No.
that actually meant.
No.
I was just like, oh, yeah, we got
No, we should have had your reaction on camera.
oh, girls, don't worry about it. We got this. But this is what it actually means.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does it actually mean? We're going to have entertainers.
We're going to
and-
have
oh my
live music.
gosh.
So we're first very excited to have Highland Park's own Coco the comedian.
Yeah.
So she's going to be our hostess for the evening.
Perfect.
We
She's gonna
have
tell a few jokes.
she's going to be funny.
All right. We'll keep,
Yeah,
we'll
she'll
keep
be
that.
she'll be funny. And then we also have some live entertainment.
Yeah.
So we have Modern Element, which is a local band from
Yeah.
Detroit, Chernino and his crew. Then we also have Kimberly McDade, who's a WHPR and Highland Parker. Whoop whoop, 4203.
All right.
So she'll be there with her sisters,
Okay.
and she'll be singing. We also have Motor City Brass Band.
Okay.
So the thing with ArtOps is that we provide management services as well to art-focused nonprofits. So Motor City Brass Band is one of our nonprofits that
Okay.
we assist with management
Yeah.
services, as well as Inside Out, literary arts.
Yeah.
We have Tone, the ballroom dance instructor.
Oh, ballroom dancing going
yeah,
on. Okay.
Christine Cowan from the Creation Studio is going to be there with crafts, and you all are providing.
Yeah, so we're going to have Santa Claus, and we're going to have, with your assistance, we're going to have food there as well, and we're going to have candy and hot chocolate and arts and crafts and all that wonderful thing. But the big point to this whole thing is that it's the tree lighting ceremony.
Yes.
So at 6 p.m., we're going to be lighting up our tree.
Yes.
In front of City Hall. So,
Yeah, and it's going to be exciting because we have the two local schools here,
Yeah.
George Washington Carver and Barber Academy, are both, their students are hard at work, like creating
That is
decorations.
so wonderful.
So we'll be able to include those decorations, and then during the tree lighting, we'll all be on the front of City Hall with the live, Motor City Brass
Entertainment.
Band,
That is
singing
gonna be so
carols
fun.
and bringing in, the
Yeah.
holiday season.
That's wonderful. So you guys guys got to make sure that you put this on your calendar. It is going to be this Friday, December the 6th from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. and we're going to have a tent. You're probably saying, where is all this going to happen?
Yeah.
So right next to City Hall, well, in front of City Hall is where the tree lighting ceremony is going to take place at 6 p.m. And then in the field right next to City Hall, there's going to be a big tent. You're not going to be able to miss it. And that's where all of the festivities will take place. So bring out the kiddies, bring out the family. It's going to be a family event,
Yeah,
right?
family friendly. That's
Yes, family friendly. So entertainment, photos with Santa, candy, hot cocoa, food, just all kinds of fun stuff going on,
Yeah,
right?
and it's the fellowship. It's really a
Absolutely.
way to bring people out of their homes and into the neighborhood, get to know your neighbors, and really build community.
That's
so
right.
the experience of building the Highland Park Arts and Cultural Council has been very fulfilling.
Yeah.
We have wonderful members on there. They're all artists in their own right, different genres and different disciplines, like including Cameron.
Okay.
And also I want to shout out Cameron, his mural that he painted on Hamilton, if you want to ask him more about
yeah,
that.
absolutely. Tell me about it. I remember when you guys came in the summer and we worked with you guys with painting murals and things like that throughout the city, and they're just beautiful.
Yeah, just different arts
absolutely
programs, but that's
beautiful.
one of
A
them.
whole wide
Yeah.
array of different artists coming through the Community Heart Grant.
Yeah.
And so that's how I actually met Janelle at the Detroit Fine Artists Breakfast Club, and she told me about the Community Heart Grant, and I collaborated with a businessman named Carl Williams who owns Mr. C's Chicken and Shrimp.
Okay.
We always make it waffles.
always
I
make
don't know
something
what we
else.
do.
Maybe he needs to change it to waffles.
I don't know. I think it's just early. Maybe we want waffles. I don't know.
But basically, with the
Chicken and
mural,
waffles
though,
sounds good.
with the mural, though, we had that idea. We, bouncing ideas off of one another.
Yeah.
And we had this idea. We wanted to make a mural that reflected the city and the people in it.
Yeah.
And so when I was designing the mural, I kept, throwing ideas at Mr. Williams and stuff like that. And I wanted to do like this real eye-catching type of mural
Yeah.
because I wanted to really just have something that popped when you're driving past it. So we decided to come up with this sunset and have the people walking along the bottom of the mural, and the people, their figures, their silhouettes would reflect the words of the city. So we had words on there like enrichment, community, innovative, just things to reflect, just the beautification process of the city. And I feel like how First Fridays is one of the main things that we're doing to kind of push this beautification process through just, bringing the
Just
community
through
together.
art. Yeah. It's always amazing to me how the thought process go from
Yeah.
creating a mural.
Yeah.
Because it's like
Yeah.
you come up with the thought and then it's like, it's one thing for a creative person, because I'm a creative person as well. It's like one thing to create it in your mind, but then
Yeah.
actually see it
Yeah,
come.
to push it out.
Yes, right? This is amazing to see these wonderful artists be able to showcase their work, their thought, their vision on a big canvas.
Yeah.
Like this is, big wall or whatever. It's just like, wow, this is amazing. And who would have thought that making art on dilapidated buildings or burnt down structures or vacant and abandoned buildings and things like that will beautify a community.
Yeah.
Like
The
changing
art-
graffiti into something that's really positive.
Yeah, and graffiti to me is art in a lot of ways. But I feel that, the arts are just the catalyst for change. Art allows everyone to have their own kind of expression, and the stage is big enough for everyone. That's why we have such a variety at First Fridays, because everyone can come through and participate and get something for them,
Yeah.
something that they like, even if it's just something to eat.
Yeah.
But, you
Yeah.
know, you can definitely find your place, in art. And we're just using the art as a rallying point for the community to come together. And it's just beautiful to see people get to know their neighbors. Like last year when we came through with the Community Heart Grant, where we give away $50,000 worth of mini grants to people to create their own arts
Yeah.
programs. When we would do the report at the end of the year or the end of the season, and people, we're seeing different people's names and different people's reports, and found out that they got to know each other through this process.
Oh, wow.
Didn't know, lived next door to each other for a while, or lived not next door,
In the
but
same community.
in the same community
Yeah.
for a while. And now Highland Parkers are really getting to know one another, and that's how you strengthen a community that has been through so many things. The more you can collaborate and share, the stronger the community can
Now,
be.
are you either one of you Highland Parkers?
I'm honorary. Coco
Okay.
gave me my
Oh,
honorary.
you're honorary. Okay. So, because I wanted to know, like, what made you want to be a part of the community of Highland Park?
Well, it was created, Community Heart Highland Park was created by Amanda Bankston. She worked at Art Ops, so she was my predecessor. She actually lived in Highland Park, and she saw the wonderful things that we were able to provide to our paid clients in Southfield, and Art Ops is where we're located. And she approached the Herb Family Foundation and said, is there a way that we can kind of bring art our services to this well-deserving community, they have the same, caliber talent. It's just not the same access.
Yeah.
And so one of the things that we're doing now is to provide that professional development. Thanks to her vision, I was able to come in, and it made, I can make friends easy. $50,000, you can make friends easy.
right. Wave the check.
But part of the Highland Park Arts and Cultural Council is just taking that vision to another level.
Yeah.
And we have the First Fridays. The other initiative coming up the next week after that, December 11th, is a professional development for artists, and Cameron's leading the way on that because he's making his
All right,
living
so
as an
I'm going to
artist.
pause
So-
you on
Yeah,
that.
go
We're going to
ahead.
take a quick break, and then
Okay.
we're going to come back and explore that a little bit more, okay?
Sure.
All right, you guys, you hear it. First Fridays, tree lighting ceremony is going to be bigger and better than ever this Friday, December the 6th, starting at 6 p.m. I think we're going until 8 or 9?
9.
9?
Yep.
All right,
Yeah, it'll
9
be
o'clock.
9.
9 o'clock, all right. All right, so make sure you put it on your calendars. We'll be right back.
Tune in every Monday morning at 10 for Get in the Know with host Marley B. Providing the city of Highland Park news, information, and entertainment. Find out what's happening in Highland Park from the city's movers and shakers. Get in the Know with Marley B. Monday mornings at 10, right here on WHPR.
As a single mother, my first job is care about Derek. Everything that I do is from him. When I moved to Philadelphia and this apartment, after 6 months, we need to connect with the world. I use internet to keep him in a language because that's the way to get connected with my family tradition. He has to know where he comes from. We need internet essential. There's no excuses to not get connected.
And welcome back to your very own TV show, Get in the Know. I am your host, Marley Blackman, Marley B. That's me. I'm also your press secretary for the City of Highland Park, giving you the information you want to know, need to know, and deserve to know. And today we have Janelle in the house. And we have Cameron. They're coming here from Art Ops. They are here to help us make make our tree lighting ceremony bigger and better than ever, and they're incorporating First Fridays with it. So we're going to have some fun with that, and we're looking so forward to it. I think it's going to be amazing. I think it really is going to be amazing. So you guys got to show up and show out and support the calls, just because there's going to be so many things to do there. You are working, Cameron, on some really great things. That's the following Friday, right?
Wednesday.
The following Wednesday. Okay, tell us about it. What's the date on that?
So it's December the 11th,
Okay.
and it's the financial literacy panel discussion.
Okay.
And Janelle and I came up with the idea because we felt like financial, literacy discussion would be a little too wordy. So we came up with the idea of how to not be a starving artist to kind of reel people in.
I think that's a great topic because I mean, are you serious right now? Like even with people not appreciating your work and not paying for it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
no, I
how to
understand.
not knowing how to charge for what you're doing,
Right.
so you can pay the bills and so you can eat. So are you guys going to talk about all of that as
Oh
well?
yeah, we're going to talk
Okay.
about a whole lot of stuff, especially being, if you're just starting as an artist, and it can be in any type of discipline, whether you're a musician or, fine artist, sometimes you just don't really know where to go and how to take, a hobby and turn it into an actual career,
Yeah.
and profit from it.
Make some money.
I mean, sometimes it can be difficult because, I know
Yeah.
firsthand how it feel, what it feels like to kind of stumble your way into it. So we're really going to be covering topics of how you can really sustain yourself as an artist in any discipline.
Okay.
So we're going to have things like, everything from marketing to brand, professionalism, how to build a portfolio, how to, really take your craft and profit from it. So
Yeah.
like things like, because residencies and grants was something I didn't know about like
Yeah.
4 years ago.
Yeah.
And I feel like, especially just getting started.
Okay, well,
yeah.
let's back up. Residencies. Tell the people about that. What does that mean?
So a residency can be, for example, like I'm a fine artist, and say a residency can be something where you apply with your craft and you get to like stay somewhere. So for example, I was looking at one in Hawaii.
Of course,
That-
we
that's-
will.
Like
That's a
that.
little extreme,
Why?
that one, but it's like, they will literally fund your vision in a way. And so you'll be able to stay in a specific area and create your work, just, do your thing.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's
how
just-
do you apply for something? So you're going to talk about that at this event.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Definitely. That's
That
just one
is,
of the small
yeah.
things.
Yeah, it's so many little secrets to
Exactly.
maneuvering in the
And,
world.
and that's the thing. It's not so much a secret, it's the access. It feels like a secret if you don't
If you
know
don't know about it,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So our whole point with coming into Highland Park is to bring that access. We have been around for almost 40 years. ArtOps has, and we're
40? 40.
4-0. We've been
Wow.
owned by Detroit Chamber Winds and Strings, and it came out of a collaboration, basically, of these different art organizations coming together and saying, we can do more
Yeah.
if we kind of share our resources.
Yeah.
And so it's great, but we meet a lot of other artists that don't have that same kind of access, and so that's what we're bringing to Highland Park. So this initiative is just one of 4, or 2 of 4 now, First Fridays and this one coming over to HP.
So are we doing so you're going to do this on next Wednesday, but this is going to be a monthly thing or a...
Well, we're
Quarterly
going to take a break from January to April to plan out the next part of First
Okay.
Friday. So First Fridays 2020 will be May through December, but we're also looking at this professional development,
Yeah.
as well as an equipment library. So artists who, you're a poet, you want to put on a show, but you need a microphone. So we're actually working with WHPR to get their kind of knowledge and expertise on what products we should buy, how we should store it, how do we keep from breaking it, how we
Yeah.
should transport it. So all those things will be in the works for next season, as well as an internship program
That's amazing.
that we're working out with local universities. So a lot on the horizon.
That is really cool. Well, I am so happy to be a part of this. I'm glad you guys just threw me in there. Like
Yeah, we
you
did. We
but I'm happy.
we
Like,
did.
I'm really happy that it happened because, I had no idea. And I should know about it. And, the community should know about it. And we need to get the message out there more like
Yeah.
this. And it's amazing. So is there anything else you guys want to share?
No, thank you so much
Yeah.
for
Thanks for
having
having
us.
us.
Thank you,
Sure.
HPBA, for partnering with us.
Absolutely.
And we recently got a grant. We also want to shout out our funders, so Herb Family Foundation.
Yeah.
And then we recently received a grant from the Night Arts Challenge and also MCACA. So we are looking to match those funds. But we received $20,000 from the Night Arts Challenge, and MCACA, which is the Michigan Council for Cultural and Art Affairs. I'm sure I'm chopping that up, but all
Okay.
those words
Yeah.
are in there. But they gave us $5,000, so we need to have another $15,000 to make them match. But all that money is going towards just building up First Fridays even more. So
That
just
is
getting everyone in the
amazing.
habit.
Yeah.
And the people on the committee, Marcellus Armstrong as well as Cheryl Sanford, they contributed to writing that grant. So the more we can prepare HPACC to apply for grants, get in the habit of applying for grants, the more sustainable it will be, because ArtOps will be leaving in 2 years. So
Ooh.
I
I
know.
want to be involved more. That's
Okay.
This is great. I said it live on TV. I want to be involved more. It's amazing. Is there anything else you'd like to share?
No, I just appreciate you having us on here
Oh,
today.
absolutely.
sure.
Absolutely. All right. Well, these guys thought it was a radio interview, but you see how beautifully they turned it around, and they are like, "What TV? Are you kidding me?" So they, women. She was like, "Okay, just give me 5 minutes. I got to pull this together." So
Oh, my God.
Janelle Dove definitely did that, and so we're excited that you guys came on. We're excited of all the things that you guys are doing in the city of Highland Park. We appreciate you.
Yeah,
we
we're very
appreciate
honored.
programs like this. We appreciate people who believe in the community and the city and the people and want to bring things to the city, because that's the only way that we're going to evolve and grow as a community
Right.
with people like you. So
Aw,
thank you very, very
damn.
much. I hope your Thanksgivings was well, and I hope that the holiday seasons are looking really promising to the both of you.
Yeah, for sure.
Good.
For sure.
All right, so we are going to see you at First Fridays this Friday, December the 6th, right in front of the City Hall in Highland Park, Michigan at 6 p.m. It's going to go until 9 p.m. There's going to be the tree lighting ceremony, lots of music and fun and games and arts and crafts and food and giveaways and Santa Claus and hot chocolate and so many
Dance
things.
instructions,
Dance
yes.
instructions. If you
And
don't know the
people.
ballroom. And people. And it's going to be a heated tent, so don't worry
Yes.
about that. So make sure you guys come out to be prepared to be loving and caring and giving and sharing. Until next week, as always, mwah, I love you.